Hi Fiber Factor, Jennette Cross, and this is a little bit about my design process so far for Challenge 1, Knit Your Life. The first thing I did when we got the challenge was took a bunch of notes about the challenge. I took some notes about some words that I felt like described me, that I also wanted to describe my piece, whatever it ended up being. And then I did the most important thing that I do whenever I design anything, which is that I blast the soundtrack to Last of the Mohicans. I don't know why this helps so much, but no matter what, Last of the Mohicans always makes it better. And it actually really thematically worked for this too, because I knew that I wanted to do something about being outdoors and running around in the Shenandoah Valley and, you know, hiking up mountains and playing in streams and swimming in the rivers and, you know, kind of romantic and outdoorsy and sort of lovely. So obviously that really worked for it too. So I played my music and stared into space for a good long while, which I do a lot of. And then the yarn came, and I played with all the yarns, obviously, because that's what you do when a big box of yarn comes in the mail. And I got it narrowed down kind of to my top 3, and I was swatching with my top 3. And the more that I played with the Shulana Milford, the more that it started to whisper to me. And what it was saying was, let's do it. This is the first challenge. This is a huge deal. Let's go for the white whale. So that's what I'm doing. Boom! Cabled sweater coat. I've been wanting to make one of these for a really long time, and as it turns out, I didn't actually use any of my previous ideas because I wanted to do something that was really specific to the All About Me challenge. So I found this great cable, and I think it looks like deer trails. Deer trails, when you're hiking in the mountains, the deer cross the human paths, and they take these tiny little trails off to the side. You always want to be careful to stay on the human path because you don't know where the deer are going. So I have this great cable, and then mirrored, I like it even better because it makes sort of a rondel shape. There is a lot of Celtic heritage in Appalachia, and so I love this because the shape reminds me of a Saxon cable, but it's much more pared down. It's not as much on the nose, which were also points that I wanted to hit with this. So I knew that I wanted to do a cable sweater coat with this cable. I love doing things from the top down for reasons I'm happy to get into on the forums. They are many. So I tried first to figure out how to get this into a raglan, and I hate it. I hate it. I hate how there's all this space here, and like how would you get the motif to drop down for another one, and the worst part obviously was that it wasn't going to be gradable. We don't have to write these for multiple sizes, but I really felt like with a motif this big that it needed to be able to be graded for multiple sizes, and I just couldn't figure out how to make it work with raglan shaping. So I decided to do a little bit of drawing. This is kind of what I'm going for without the cables, and then this was me sort of trying to put the cables in and figure out where they were going to go. And it was this drawing that convinced me that we were going to have to go to a sort of circular yoke. I don't do a lot of sketching typically, unless I'm submitting for something, because sketching takes me forever. I can make nice sketches, but they take forever to make. But anyway, it did convince me that we were going to have to go to a round yoke. And I am so glad it did, because that's where I am. This is my round yoke. And this is the back of the sweater. It flows into these beautiful, beautiful Deer Trails cables. And then you can see the hem at the bottom. I still need to do sleeves and the button band and the collar, but I love how it looks so far, and I hope you do too.